The biggest news in all this is that Donald Trump was named in the Michael Cohen criminal documents today on campaign finance violations as the investigation moves closer to the president. Because when Cohen pleaded guilty, he also implicated Mr. Trump. The big question now, will Cohen become a key witness against him?
Michael Cohen pled guilty to 8 felony charges.
Here's the list. 5 counts of income tax evasion for failing to report more than $4 million in income. 1 count of making a false statement to obtain a $500,000 home equity loan. Cohen admitted he didn't disclose $14 million of debt on the application. And 2 counts of violating campaign finance laws relating to payments to the unnamed women in question. Also in the plea deal, this stunning admission. Cohen said he acted in coordination and at the direction of a candidate for federal office. According to reports, Donald Trump is named in the document as Individual 1.
These are very serious charges and reflect a pattern of lies and dishonesty over an extended period of time.
Mr. Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, reacted to the deputy U.S. attorney's words with this, quote, "There is no allegation of any wrongdoing against the president in the government's charges against Mr. Cohen. It is clear that, as the prosecutor noted, Mr. Cohen's actions reflect a pattern of lies and dishonesty over a significant period of time," end quote. Last month, Cohen's attorney, Lanny Davis, released an audio recording of his client and Mr. Trump purportedly talking about an arrangement for Karen McDougal, a Playboy model who claimed to have had an affair with Mr. Trump.
I've spoken to Alan Weisselberg about how to set the whole thing up with funding. Yes.
Earlier this year, Cohen admitted to arranging a $130,000 payment to porn star Stormy Daniels, who also claimed that she had an affair with Trump in 2006. Daniels' lawyer, Michael Atty, says he and his client today both feel vindicated. As for the president,
Donald Trump's fingerprints are all over the crime scene in connection with this, Wolf. We're going to prove it. It's clear as day. And I'm going to say it again. The president is in trouble.
Now, Mr. Trump had previously denied any knowledge whatsoever of the payoff to Stormy Daniels, but Michael Cohen implicated Trump, who allegedly repaid Cohen the money for the explicit purpose of influencing the election. Cohen is reportedly the 5th Trump associate to plead guilty or be charged with criminal wrongdoing since Mr. Trump became president. Pat, back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Dave. Now to Paul Manafort. A jury found former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort guilty on some of the 18 charges against him on financial crimes. The case involved filing false income tax returns, failing to file reports for foreign bank accounts, and bank fraud. Now, here's the breakdown. Jurors found Manafort guilty of 8 counts, 5 for tax fraud, 2 for bank fraud, and 1 count of hiding a foreign bank account. The jury could not reach a verdict on 10 other counts of foreign bank and bank fraud charges. The judge declared a mistrial on those counts.
Mr. Manafort is disappointed of not getting acquittals all the way through or a complete hung jury on all counts.
The charges were not connected to the Trump campaign. Manafort faces a maximum of 80 years in federal prison when he is sentenced, and he still faces another trial in September.